Hi, my beautiful fruity cutie. What's up? My name is Jeannette, also known as Ms.FitVegan. Today, we're going to talk about durian, how you can find it, what it tastes like, how to pick it out, and how to get better deals on durian. So as far as I know, durian does not grow in the United States. It needs a tropical climate. I am in the hottest part of the United States. As far, except I guess Puerto Rico might be hotter, but I'm in South Florida. And it is subtropical here. And durian does not grow here, as far as I know. If anybody has a durian tree, please email me. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll pay whatever you want for fresh, locally grown durian. But until then, I get durian imported from Vietnam, Malaysia, Mexico, Thailand, and I think that's about it. Usually it's those 4 different places. Now, how do you find durian? Okay, first of all, you're going to go to one of my best tips to finding durian or even any exotic tropical fruit is you're going to go to, I was watching Vegetable Police's video earlier. I love him. He's one of my favorites. You're going to go to Google Maps. You're going to go to google.com/maps. Just type in Google Maps, okay? Then what you're going to do is, this is the best way to find durian or any exotic tropical fruit, jackfruit, soursop, cherimoya, longans, all the fruit that you see me eating. This is how I find it, okay? Wherever I am in the world, you go to Google Maps and you type in durian. You don't type in jackfruit. You don't type in those fruits. You type in durian. And then you will see the closest places that sell exotic tropical fruit. So the closest place to me is a place called iFresh Market. And this is actually where I got this durian. Okay, you can call these places and ask them if they have durian. Walmart might show up because they show up for everything. Some of these places do not sell durian, so you might want to call before you go. But it's a good idea to go to all these places and look around, all right? Because they might have some amazing, incredible fruit. Because you're not going to be able to be raw and just eating supermarket fruit. It sucks. Sucks, dude. You got to get the good stuff. Remember how you used to go out of your way to get the cookies and the really good cake and the really good French fries and the really good... Well, now you're going to do that with fruit. You got to get some longans in your life. You got to get some rambutan in your life. You got to get some really good melons, some jackfruit, some soursop, some different things. You can't just expect yourself to live on apples, oranges, and grapes for the rest of your life. Get some good stuff. So now durian... I never really liked it in the box, but at this place called iFresh Market, they had it 2 for $10. How can I say no to that? And this has been some of the most delicious durian I've ever had. So RI6 is the variety of durian. Right here, RI6. Usually I always look for Musan King Premium. Musan, MUSANG, King Premium. Okay, and durian is known as the king of all fruits for a reason. The reason is because it is unlike any fruit on the planet. It's creamy, it's delicious. When it is good, it's mother fucking good. Let me know below if you're a durian fan. So I just had a box. I'm having another box. I just let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes to defrost a little bit. I like it cold, creamy, delicious. To me, it tastes like a custard frosting creme brulee. I've had durians that tasted like iced coffee, vanilla frosting. I've had durians that tasted like onions, and I threw that away. I've had durians that tasted like gasoline, threw that away. If it's not sweet and delicious, I'm not eating it. So if you have a durian that's gross, throw it away. That's gross. Now, don't let it get too soft because the consistency is really important, okay? Basically, if it gets really, really defrosted, I don't like to put it in the fridge. I put it in the freezer, and then when I'm ready to eat it, I take it out. I put it on my balcony for 10 minutes, or just put it on your counter for 10 minutes. Let it get a little bit defrosted, and then you eat it. If it gets super defrosted, it's going to look and feel like chicken breast, okay? It's a weird fruit. It's fucking weird, but it's so weird. It's stinky. It smells gross. It looks gross. It's everything about it is gross. But when you get a good one, it's the best fucking thing on the planet. It's kind of like men. Sorry. They're gross. They stink. everything about them is gross, but when you have a good D, it's the best thing on the planet. Right? Let me show you one more thing about durian. So how are you going to pick it out? Okay, like I said, you're going to look for Musan King Premium, or check out this RI6 brand, or, okay, you can order durian, but, I recommend you do what I say first. You go to Google Maps, you find it. Dude, this was $5. Oh my God, it's so worth it. It's so delicious. I actually think it's probably smarter to get it in the frozen boxes in the freezer section than it is to get it in the actual fruit, because almost every time I've bought it in this actual pod in the fruit, it hasn't been as good as this. I think there's something to it where they probably freeze it when it's like ripe off the tree, instead of like shipping it and like dipping it in formaldehyde and all the things that it takes to get something like this from Vietnam over here. You know what I mean? So just make sure it's just durian, because there's some evil companies that I'm sure, they have like other shit in there. I once saw like frozen durian without the pod, without the seeds, and then it had like cane sugar in it or something. And we don't want that. We don't want to eat processed foods. So make sure there's no ingredient besides durian. It says 100% durian pulp. Okay. And wow. MFD. Motherfucking date. Is that what that stands for? Oh, manufacturing date. Okay. July 20th. Oh, wow. I like that. Expires July 2027, which is a lie. It never expires, but they have to put that on there for legal reasons. This is from Vietnam. I'd love to make it to Vietnam. One day, guys. I'll be making videos from Thailand one day. One day. It's not easy to do everything alone, but I'll get there. Alone or with someone. Who knows? With a fruity cutie. We'll see. We shall see, guys. I might do a retreat there one day. We'll see. So stay tuned. I have a long, amazing life ahead of me. I'll be doing a lot of amazing things, and I'm excited to bring you with me. And the other way that you can, so I would stick with Musan King RI6, and that's about it. I got to tell you, I don't enjoy the Monthong variety. To me, it's never been good. I like these two varieties. Blackthorn is really good too. It's hard to find. And then there's a bunch of, there's over 1,000 types of durian. There's a bunch of different varieties. You can, and yeah, I do have a little discount code below. It gives you $10 off. This is super expensive, but I ordered a bunch of these for my retreat. I spent $2,000 on durian for my retreat back in July, and it was so worth it because some of them tasted like cheesecake, white chocolate. It's unbelievable. This is a company called Year of the Durian, and they have durians that taste like peanut butter. They have durians that taste like just everything ever amazing that you can imagine. I'll leave the link below. I'll leave the code below if you want to check it out, yearofthedurian.com. But you really don't need to do that, okay? I don't care about making money. I really just want you to be able to sustain this raw food lifestyle so you can stop eating processed foods and dead animal body parts. My life purpose is to inspire 1 billion people to eat more fruit instead of dead animal body parts. And if fruit is not cutting it for you, if you need something savory and satisfying and just more heavy in your diet, if you're like eating fruit and it's not satisfying you, try durian. And another thing I want to say real quick, okay, because durian is so filling and so delicious. Yes, it is a more fatty fruit, but it's so good for you. You have no idea. It's called the king of all fruits because you can literally sustain life off this. There is every single vitamin and mineral and nutrient that you could ever need. It's a little higher in fat, but not much. Look, it's like the whole box has 5 grams of fat. Come on now. But we don't really care about these facts, right? They're nonsense. The real value is in all of the life force. Well, it's frozen, but it still has some life force because it's better than cooked food. But all of the minerals and also more importantly, fuck all that. It's satisfying, it's delicious, and it's going to keep you off of dead animal body parts and processed foods. Everything I eat, I never fucking give a shit. I never once since 2011 gave a shit about the calories, the protein, the fat, the carbohydrates, the sugar, any of that stuff in the food that I'm eating. All I care about is it a fruit, vegetable, nut, or seed? And is it delicious? And that is how I have been able to stick to a raw food diet, 100%, zero processed foods, zero animal body parts, zero cravings for those things in 15 years. And the real reason is because I have only been eating things that are delicious. I eat as much as I want, whenever I want, and I satisfy any craving I have with something healthy. Okay, whether that's you make it yourself or you buy it. Durian can help satisfy cravings for pastries, cake, cupcakes, frosting, things like that. I'm actually going to walk over to my collection of books and I'm going to just show you one of my recipes that I think you will love. All right. This is the book. These are all the recipes that I used over the past 15 years. And a lot of you guys want me to make recipes, right? But I already have a whole book, so you could just get that for free. It's on my website or you can go to Amazon. The thing is that there are recipes in here that saved my life. Okay, one of them, I wouldn't be raw without these recipes. The brownies, all right? Walnuts, dates, cacao nibs, and salt. Now, I used to use Himalayan pink salt or sea salt. Now you can use that, or you can use salicornia, which is green salt. You don't even have to put salt in there, but when I was getting off dead animals and processed foods, I needed the salt. So don't beat yourself up for eating salt on a raw food diet. Beat yourself up for eating processed foods, all right? And dead animal body parts. These brownies are fucking amazing. They are so delicious and so easy. Now, the other recipe that I really want you to make that is so freaking good is my raw vegan Snicker bar recipe, okay? Listen to this. It's so simple and easy. Dates, peanut butter, but you can also use almond butter. And when you're doing this, make sure you get the freshly made nut butter from Sprouts or Whole Foods. Don't ever buy a nut butter in a jar. They're using rancid, old, moldy nuts, the nuts they cannot sell. So don't you ever in your life buy another jar of almond butter or peanut butter or even tahini. I'm sorry. You got to make it yourself. Get the sesame seeds and make it yourself. I know. But do the best you can. Use what you have. Do what you can. If you can't make it yourself, trust me, I'm alive. I'm 40 years old. I'm in the best health of my life. I'm getting in the best shape of my life. And, I eat a lot of nut butters from jars. So if you absolutely cannot get it from Sprouts or Whole Foods, if you can't get it fresh, you'll be okay. Vanilla extract, maca, and Himalayan pink salt. Now that's the first layer. The second layer is the nugget, oat flour, but you can also use coconut flour, almond flour, okay? You can get shredded coconut and just put that in the food processor and make a flour out of it. You can do the same thing with almonds. Date caramel, which I will show you the ingredients next, and the best peanuts you can find. You can also use almonds, right? The final layer is going to be the chocolate. Oh, right. Sorry. I'm sorry. I already told you the caramel. The caramel's right above. So there's 3 layers, and then you're going to use the chocolate. Okay. So what I used to do was you can buy this chocolate called Hue Kitchen Gems, or you can leave it out, or you can get Fine and Raw. I like fineandrawchocolate.com. Fineandraw.com is a great company from Brooklyn. I haven't had them in like 10 years, but I used to eat them a lot. And the whole entire recipe is free, okay? It's on my website, Ms.FitVegan.com, and it explains, and it is a little bit of a process, but you can melt the chocolate in a dehydrator, or you can just melt it with hot water, or even on your stove. It's not a big deal. Check out this book below. It's free. You can also get it on Amazon. The point of doing that whole thing, of telling you that, is Durian has helped me so much with the cravings for frosting, for, ice cream, for just when I don't want fruit, right? I love juicy fruit. Of course, the body wants hydration and juicy fruit, but sometimes you want something naughty. I want to be bad. Something you want. Sometimes you want something bad, right? So when you have those cravings, have durian in the freezer for those times and let it defrost. And there's going to be, so as you can see, I've already had 4 pods, and these are the little seeds inside. And it's just so freaking good. And if it's not good, well, buy a few boxes because one might not be good. Oh my God. It tastes like, let me try to describe this. It's actually undescribable. It's so freaking good. I don't know how to describe it. Last thing I want to say, thank you so much for watching till the end. You are a real one. And so I want to say thank you very much for everyone who has been so kind to me about the B12 documentary, not making fun of me. I also want to say thank you very much to all the people who are making fun of me, who are rolling their eyes at me, who are putting nasty comments and saying I'm a fool, I'm not a plant-based doctor, I don't know what I'm talking about, rolling their eyes, laughing, mocking me, and just, making fun of me for using my own brain and not ChatGPT to think, okay? Because there's been some raw vegans who are creating videos with a script from ChatGPT and just regurgitating approved information from the medical industry. And I just ask you to think for yourself. And a lot of people on my channel are thinking for themselves. And that's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to stop taking supplements if you want to take your supplements. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm asking you to use your brain. Use your common sense. No, I don't read science agenda fueled studies. I don't read science reports. No, double blind studies. I don't read the medical textbooks, okay? What I do is I use my common sense. So no, I might not be smart, but I do have common sense. And I'd rather, let me know below, would you rather be smart or have common sense? Because a lot of these raw vegans, and that's in quotes, a lot of these raw vegans think they're so smart because they are regurgitating the information from Dr. Greger and all these other plant-based doctors. They think they're so smart, but you don't have not one common cent. You don't have a penny of common sense. So I know you're laughing at me, but guess what? I'm laughing at you because to me, you look stupid. I know I look stupid to you, but to me, you look stupid. So perception is everything. So your perception of me, guess what? It's the same as my perception of you, boo. So don't worry about it. We could still be friends. We could still kiki at the fruit festivals. But I lost respect for you. If you come out, you don't read the book. You debunk the book without reading it. You make fun of my little documentary. You make fun of my interview. You make fun of Anthea, or you make fun of how I'm so, somebody said they wish they could be so certain about things like me, that I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm so certain. No, I'm not certain about anything. Here's what I do. When I read something, when I hear something, when I learn something, I know if it's truth or not because I have something called common sense. Truth hits you like a ton of bricks. If you don't have intuition or common sense, you won't be able to recognize the truth. I know the medical industry has never had my best interest at heart, ever. Now, maybe you didn't experience the life that I've experienced. I've been in the hospital since I was born. My sister had a brain tumor at 2 years old, and I've watched her, and I've been around doctors my whole life. I've been in the hospital my whole life. I grew up in the hospital with the beeping and the fluorescent lights and the needles and all the things. And my sister getting chemo and radiation and having strokes, and my mom getting the B12 shot right before she passed away. And I have experienced my grandma in the nursing home for the last 25 years of her life. Yeah, my grandma lived till 99. But for the last 25 years of her life, she couldn't go to the bathroom when she wanted to. She had to press a button. She had to press a button and wait for a nurse to take her to the bathroom. She had to wear a mask for years in a bed, just lying in a bed waiting to die. So I'm not concerned with how long I live. I'm concerned with how healthy I am with the time that God has given me on this earth. I might get hit by a bus tomorrow, but you know what? At least I'm not going to die with any regrets. At least I'm not going to die knowing that I was a paid plant in the plant-based community, that I was here to spread false information to make money, to just make money off vulnerable people that are looking for the truth. And I encourage everyone that feels called to do so to start a YouTube, to start your podcast, to start writing your book now. And if you write your book, start a YouTube channel so people know about your book, because nobody's going to know about it if you don't start talking about it, promoting it, being on social media. Social media is absolutely incredible. Yeah, there's some evil shit going on too, but it's absolutely incredible because I would never know about the truth about B12 if it wasn't for social media, because the author Anthea reached out to me because of all the interviews I've been doing with Doug and Spira and Eli and Dr. Toomey and all these amazing people, Will Tuttle. So that's it. That's the end of my rant. All the raw vegan YouTubers that are laughing at me or mocking me or whatever, don't worry, boo. I know you think I'm a clown, but I think you're a clown too. So at least we have equal perceptions of each other. If you are just repeating and regurgitating information given to you by ChatGPT and reading a teleprompter, it's embarrassing. That's embarrassing for you. And I'm laughing at you and I'm embarrassed for you. So I know you're embarrassed for me and I'm like spreading false information, but at least I'm spreading my own truth. And you are just reading a teleprompter from ChatGPT. To me, you look like a fool. So it's okay that you think I'm a fool because I'm looking at you the same way, boo-boo. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts below. And I think you probably know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to name names, but I love you guys. And get yourself some durian. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.